Hey everybody, Chris Bond 21 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts episode 13. I tell a lie from the last episode. I said I would meet you out in space, although I kind of meant, well, I guess I tell half a lie. I meant more of we would be on the gummy ship route into the next world right before we get there, because it's a cutscene in space again that we have to see. But actually, I kind of forgot about that bonus cutscene I wanted to show you guys. So back on the world map, you'll now notice there are two paths to take. We're going to go, well, it doesn't really matter which one you pick, because there's actually going to be a little bit of a detour before we get there, so it'll end up being inconsequential in the long run. But before we did this, I kind of skipped it accidentally. My capture thing didn't quite load fast enough. When I exited Agrabah and went back to the world map, Sora and Goofy had a conversation about the green Trinity marker back in Traverse Town. So that's kind of a hint to go back to Traverse Town real fast, which we're going to do because we can warp there, so I don't have to cut anything out. And also I get to show you what warping looks like. So there we go, and we'll be back, and we're going to land in the accessory shop to see the green Trinity marker. Now, technically, this is supposed to cue you into opening up the synthesis shop, which is, I'm going to first-person mode real fast, which is up there. If you notice, there's a whole room, and it's going to open the ladder up to go to the synthesis shop, which I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think I'll do it. Yep, I'll do it, because I don't think you'll see the thing I'm trying to queue up. So yeah, this opens up the synthesis shop. The synthesis shop is something we're going to save for the end game, and just in case you're wondering, no, I am not doing the synthesis shop again. I did it twice, once on PS3 and once on PS4. It's a pain in the butt. It's time consuming. It's annoying. There's a few easy things about Final Mix that allow for better encounter rates, and the drops are easier, but it's still way... So I'm going to just jump to my completed file and show you what it looks like, and I'll link you to some documents and some things I use to make it easier. But if you look over here, you'll notice that no one's behind the counter, and that's because what do we have down here? So this is an alternate cutscene. The only way to trigger this is to talk to Sid before leaving Traverse Town the second time, and then coming back here immediately after Agrabah. If you go to the next world and you enter the next world and you start progressing in there, this is gone and lost to you. So this is a sort of alternate scene, not really alternate, but a hidden scene that you can only get by doing this. So I'm going to shut up and show you what it is.
Well, well, as I live and breathe, if it isn't Pinocchio.
Oh, hi, Jiminy.
What in the world are you doing down here?
Playing hide and seek.
I just don't believe it. And here I was, up all night just worried sick about you. Why, of all the Pinocchio.
Ah, cool, I get to do my Jiminy Cricket voice. Ooh, how am I going to do this? Pinocchio, are you telling me the truth? Okay, that wasn't really any different than my normal voice. Yes! Then tell me, what is this? It was a present. No fibbing now. You know you're not supposed to tell lies. A lie only grows and grows till you only get caught. Plain as the nose on your face. Okay, I'm getting kind of better at it. But if you want something, why wait? Why not just take it? I'm sorry. I know he's just a puppet and he's innocent, but it's kind of funny. Oh my, who told you that? You need some advice from your conscience. That's right, you're my conscience, Jiminy. I'll never tell lies as long as you're around. And that'll fix his nose up. You need to be a good boy. You need to be good so you can become a real boy. You promised Geppetto you would be, right? Oh, do you know where Father is? He's not with you? Jiminy, let's go find Father. Now hold on. There are all sorts of dangers and temptations out there. I'll go find Geppetto, so you just wait here. These fellows here will be helping me. We will? Well, shall we go, Sora? You could have asked us first. So yeah, that's an alternate scene, and it makes sense as to where we're going. I won't lie as long as Jiminy's around. So if you leave the store and come back, he's gone. And that's because our next world is based on Pinocchio, but it's not actually a world per se. It's kind of a... how do I explain this? It's kind of a, like I said, a distraction. So I'm going to pick this one just because... well, first you have to warp back to Agrabah. You can't actually jump to that one because technically we're in Traverse Town, so it doesn't know where the next thing is. So you got to warp back to Agrabah, and you got to go back to the menu, and then you can switch. I love the gummy ship in Kingdom Hearts 2. So much better than this. But yeah, you'll just do that, and just for the sake of my OCD clarifications of I don't want it to bunch up, you'll see what I mean when we're done, but I'm going to go this way because there's more space on that line. So yeah, this, I guess we'll show a little bit of this gummy ship off. Actually, maybe not, because this is going to be a long episode. I might try to squeeze all of this world into one video. It's kind of short. So I think I'm going to actually cut this path out, and I'll see you guys when the cutscene shows up. So yeah, here we are, about halfway through the map. The rest of the map's going to fade off, and we're going to run into this thing. What is that? Also, I hate the gummy ship text messages. It takes so long to load. Wow, it's huge! So yep, it's exactly what you think it is. It is a whale flying around in space. I don't exactly know how that works, but yeah, it's a thing. It's a giant whale. Again, hate it. It's Monstro. He's a whale of a whale, and vicious besides. Whoa, Sora, get us out of here. Yep, too late. He's coming right for us. And so yeah, like I said, too late. He's gonna swallow us. No, and then cut to cutscene. So like I said, a distraction. Not exactly what we were supposed to do. It's true. I saw it with my own eyes. You sure you didn't just hear it this time? What difference does it make? There's a huge monster in there, I'll tell you. Alright, suppose there really is a monster. Think we can beat it by ourselves, Sora? No problem. Let's do it. Listen, there. Can you hear it growling? Shh, quiet. We gotta be careful. See that? It was just the wind making that noise. Aw, man, I wish it was a monster. Hold on, what's that over there? A window? Or maybe a door? It won't open. Jeez, is that all that's really in here? What do you expect in a boring place like this? Hey, Sora. When we grow up, let's get off this island. We'll go on real adventures, not this kid stuff. Sure, but isn't there anything fun to do now? Hey, you know that new girl at the mayor's house? Did you hear? And as always, a perfect time to end a cutscene.
Hey, Sora! Are you okay?
What are you guys doing? Where are we anyway? Whoa!
Oh, you know, I think that big old whale Monstro just swallowed us. And for today's weather, expect showers. Oh, heavy showers.
Ow! Who's there? It's me. Oh, it's just Pinocchio. Pinocchio?
Pinocchio? Pinocchio, where are you going? Pinocchio! Come on, everybody, after him, quick!
So yes, here we are in Monstro. Now, even though we did that little bonus cutscene in Traverse Town, it doesn't change anything that happens here. So even if you didn't do that scene, that plays out exactly as you just saw. So it's nothing really too connecting. I think the only weird thing is that Donald knew who it was, but maybe he just knows who Pinocchio is in general.
What have you got there, Pinocchio?
With this, we can get out of here, Father.
Really? With this big block, you think so?
It's true. So, how did you end up here, Pinocchio?
Oh my, so the whale swallowed all of you too? My goodness!
Yeah, looks like it.
My name is Geppetto. I'm Pinocchio's father. When we got separated, I traveled all over looking for him. Thank goodness we're together again. So, you seem to know Pinocchio quite well. I hope he was a good boy in my absence. Well, we've all had quite a journey, right, Pinocchio? Pinocchio!
So we're going to head up to Pinocchio. Now, that thing that Geppetto just put down there, that's kind of what we been desperately needing for the past couple of episodes that I keep talking about. But we'll see it in just a few short minutes because this world is actually pretty short, honestly. So we're going to head forward a bit, and it's going to trigger the scene.
What are you doing? Come on, let's go back.
You know, Geppetto's awfully worried about you.
Pinocchio, stop fooling around. This is no time for games.
But Sora, I thought you liked games. Or are you too cool to play them now that you have the Keyblade?
Riku? What are you doing here?
Just playing with Pinocchio.
You know what I mean. What about Kairi? Did you find her?
Maybe. Catch us, and maybe I'll tell you what I know.
Oh, come on!
So we have to now chase, well, not really chase, but find Riku as we journey through Monstro. And there's some freaky looking heartless in here. I think these are, I think they're called soul. They're not called soul robbers. There's something, I think, no, I forgot. Search souls, I think. I think that's their name, not 100%. But this area is annoying because it is designed with the high jump in mind, because that's the thing we're going to get in just a few short minutes. The goal here is to reach Chamber 4. And it's not the easiest thing to do. I'm going to try to fight as many heartless as I can, because the boss in this area, not tough, but has a bit of a annoying environment, I think that's an interesting way I can describe it. So yeah, if we head straight through here, we're not going to be able to do anything else because we can't actually reach the upper platform. So I actually kind of went this way for nothing, because I don't think Sora can, nope, we can't do it. There are, in some of the areas, I think there's barrels, and that kind of helps you get up, but I'm just going to make a break for Chamber 4. Try to fit this whole episode in one go. So this Chamber 2. After you go into Chamber 2, you'll fall. Keep going along the path. I think I'll fight this guy real fast. Again, I'm trying not to bore you guys with a lot of fighting, because it can kind of get stuck in one area. So I like to keep moving around. But when there's little heartless like that, or there's the nocturnes, or the things that I don't need to spend like 20 minutes fighting, like the big bodies, ugh, time waster right there. So I'm going to try my best. Yep, and speak of the depths, like you heard me complaining. So now we're in Chamber 3. I think at this point we'll go to Chamber 2 again. I think this spits me out on a higher platform. Now you gotta be careful. If you fall down, sometimes you have to go back all the way. So like right now, if those things hit me, you're gonna fall back and not gonna be fun. So I think we'll go this way, Chamber 5. Now I think there's gonna be a small little path up around the corner. Yep, here. This should lead me to Chamber 6. Chamber 6 is going to put me down here, and I believe this entrance is to Chamber 5, and then one more room. And then straight ahead should be Chamber 4. Yep, there it is. And maybe.
Why do you still care about that boy? He has all but deserted you for the Keyblade and his new companions, after all.
I don't care about him. I was just messing with him a little.
Oh, really? Of course you will. Beware the darkness in your heart. The heartless prey upon it.
Mind your own business.
Riku! What's the matter with you? What are you thinking? Don't you realize what you're doing?
I was about to ask you the same thing, Sora. You only seem interested in running around and showing off that Keyblade these days. Do you even want to save Kairi?
I do.
So it looks like something's going on over there. So yeah, if I'd stopped it now, it'd only be 15 minutes, and there wouldn't be really enough to fill out another episode. So we're going to keep pushing forward. But before we go forward, fair warning to any children that are watching the video right now. We're about to have a fight in, I think this is the bad one. I'm not entirely sure, but let me just double check. Yep, we are about to fight in the bowels, which if you know anything about biology and how... Yeah, bowels. So let me just end it there before I say anything else. So this is kind of a interesting fight, kind of, sort of, in a way. So if you notice, Riku is with us. And he has a weapon now that looks different than anything we've seen. That's called a Soul Eater, by the way. Riku's weapon is called a Soul Eater. And Riku's going to help us, but by help us, I mean he's just going to occasionally try to hit him, and mostly do that, run around. He doesn't have any stats, he doesn't have any leveling up stuff, because Riku's not a playable character or a party member, and he never becomes one, so yeah, it's kind of him just standing there, and because Kingdom Hearts doesn't exactly have guest characters, ow, that hurt. Okay, I'm going to just heal, and I'm going to put Aereo on. Again, fair tip, if on proud mode, use Aereo. Aereo's your friend. Aereo's going to help you out and take a few good hits. You can get a lot of hits in, honestly, before he starts, or before it disappears. But keep an eye out if you're going to get really low on health, because if it disappears and he whacks you, eesh, not fun. Also, you can get tech attacks if you whack his tentacles back, which you can kind of get into a loop on. I've done that sometimes when I fought this guy, just keep hitting the tentacle back at him, which is kind of fun. For some reason, I'm not taking a whole lot of damage off him. I don't know why. I think I'm aiming too low. I'm just going to try to finish him off real fast. Oh, I think I just managed it. And more HP. Always love more HP. Also, did I mention we're fighting in the bowels? It's kind of funny. Goofy learn cheer. I don't know why that's triggered in with that fight, but it is. Also, we have to jump down this hole. Yep, because this is exactly what I want to do. I want to fight a weird monster who's eating a small wooden puppet inside the bowels of a giant whale that we found in space. There is nothing weird about that at all. So, Geronimo, down into the hole, and all we do is get put back in. But by doing that, we actually raised, or lowered, I should say, the water level in this opening area, which will open up a couple of new paths to us.
Pinocchio! Pinocchio! Please, give me back my son.
Sorry, old man. I have some unfinished business with this puppet.
He's no puppet. Pinocchio is my little boy.
He is unusual. Not many puppets have hearts. I'm not sure, but maybe he can help someone who's lost theirs.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Kairi?
What do you care about her?
So here we go. This is the moment I've been waiting pretty much the whole series of reviews for. Learn shared ability high jump. So yes, shared abilities can be accessed in the ability menu. So I don't think Sora learned anything new, and Donald and Goofy can't learn anything. Oh, cheer, let's put cheer on. What does it do? Increases the summoner's MP gauge, summons MP gauge, giving them more time to attack. It's kind of, yeah, that wasn't really anything. So shared high jump. And so if you remember what Sora's jump looked like from before, that little bob and weave, now we do this. It's beautiful. It's so much better. I love it. And real fast, I'm gonna show it off now. I think I can hopefully do this. I'm always very struggling at the beginning here. So there's now a bunch of chests we can get. Here, there's scan. That creates like a radar on the gummy ship, which is, say with me now, everybody, pointless. So I think we're gonna go over here. Yeah, we can raise on this one. There's a Trinity marker over here, but we're gonna jump here. We're gonna jump up this one. And right here where Pinocchio was at the start of the level, there's a chest here, and inside is Water Gleam, and that is another summon spell. That's one of the optional ones. There's one more, I think. There's actually two more. Actually, I think that's it. I think that is one of the few. I think the other one, I forget where the last one comes from. I actually have to look that up. I forgot where the other summon comes from. I know that there's two more that are plot related, and there's one more that I think is secret. And I'm not sure where you get it from. I actually have to look that up. Wow, I actually have to look that up. See, I'm really bad with the summons because I don't use them, and I often don't go back to collect them when I'm playing the game for multiple times, on multiple playthroughs. So I tend not to care where they are, and I tend not to remember where they are. So we got to follow Riku, and the only way to do that was to use high jump, because now we can reach these platforms. We're going to head to the throat, and here there are some rare truffles. We've seen the white mushrooms. The rare truffles look like them, but they are actually very different. They're actually very annoying. You need to keep them up in the air for a prolonged amount of time. So when you hit them, you'll notice that they shoot up like rockets a little bit. So, well, it's kind of hard to see in here because it's very tight. But if you do that, you'll see they went up. The goal is to keep hitting them, and the more you hit them and the higher up they go, the more chance you have of getting a rare material from them. But it's kind of not... I don't think you need to really get it in the original game, or at least I think it's mystery goo that you get from them. The more you hit them, you have more chance of getting it. And we just got sucked up into his stomach. We've gone from the bowels to the stomach, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, let Pinocchio go, Riku.
A puppet that's lost its heart to the heartless. Maybe it holds the key to helping Kairi. How about it, Sora? Let's join forces to save her. We can do it together. What? You'd rather fight me? Over a puppet that has no heart?
Heart or no heart, at least he still has a conscience.
Conscience?
You might not hear it, but right now it's loud and clear. And it's telling me you're on the wrong side.
Then you leave me no choice.
Pinocchio! Pinocchio!
Jiminy, I'm not gonna make it.
Oh.
Oh, I guess I'm okay.
Huh?
Alright, so we got a rematch against the Parasite Cage. Now this thing is in a lot of Final Fantasy games. I forgot to mention that in the first fight we had with this guy. He's the thing in Final Fantasy 9. There was a version sort of in Final Fantasy 10. I think I made a comment about that in the Final Fantasy 10 revisit. So yeah, now he's got a couple more moves, but he also has this weird side effect thing that kind of makes him really easy and difficult at the same time. So he does this thing where he'll move around a lot. His tentacles have a lot more space, so Aereo is kind of a must. Also, he does this, where he'll open up his body and there's a giant mass ball in there, and it's basically, hey, take a few free hits. So like I said, kind of a... Ow. Heal, 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 heal. Oh, God, I hate this part of the game. The other problem here is that freaking... He does that and bumps you back, and the area around him, that green stuff... Oh, jeez, I gotta... There's another ether. Heal. Alright, so... The thing is, he'll use that bump back ability to poison you. If you fall into the thing, you'll get hit and you lose damage if you stand in it. So it's kind of a weird fight where you gotta keep moving around and try your best. So I'm gonna try really hard here to continuously hit him. Use area real fast. Dang it, Sora. He does give you the health balls, which is pretty good. I'm actually surprised it's still a boss giving us health orbs at this point. Oh, that was nice. I was able to tech attack his tentacle back at him. A couple more hits probably, and he'll open up his stomach. Hopefully I can get him down to about halfway. Please, please. Yeah, there we go. And, of course, Goofy and Donald Dead. I haven't really been making a whole lot of comments about them, but yeah, they die a lot now, don't they? Alright, I'm going to grab that big ball. Oh, whew, whew. If he does that move, it hurts. Like, it really hurts. There's also, I think, a way that he poisons you. Yeah, I think I'm poisoned right now. Yeah, you see that pink thing around me? Yeah, if I don't heal myself a few times, it'll drain your health and you can die. So it's always good to pay attention, because you don't want to be just randomly fighting him and then be like, what? How did I die? How did I not stay anymore? How did I not stay alive? So he's almost dead. He gets a little bit more rambunctious with the pushing shite. Ow, that hurt. Oh, crap. Heal, heal, Sora. Heal, heal. Ah, crap. What's the other thing in my potion? Okay, I'll use it. Remind me, someone, to load up my stock. Because I know that's going to bite me in the ass before. I think maybe he'll open his mouth one more time before I kill him. I think I can kill him. Real fast, Sora. Nice. Max AP went up, which, might be able to learn Hurricane Blast, but that's probably it.
Riku! Riku, where are you?
And we just learned stop.
So, Kairi's like a lifeless puppet now?
Precisely.
And her heart was...
Taken by the heartless, no doubt.
Tell me, what can I do?
There are 7 maidens of the purest heart. We call them the Princesses of Heart. Gather them together, and a door will open to the heart of all worlds. Within lies untold wisdom. There you will surely find a way to recover Kairi's heart. Now, I'll grant you a marvelous gift. The power to control the heartless.
Soon, Kyrie. Soon.
So it looks like Riku really has gone over to the dark side, and we learned a little bit more about Maleficent's plot with the princesses. So we're getting there. Although all that fighting made Monstro get a little sneezy, and he sneezed this out, much like in the original movie where they make Monstro sneeze and they spit out the ship they're on. Don't see it here. There's actually an alternate mission in Reaching the Memories that explains it a little better, which is kind of funny. I sure hope Pinocchio and Geppetto are okay. Yeah, hopefully they landed somewhere safe. Riku. So technically they did. They land back in Traverse Town. We'll show it off next time we go there, which won't be for a while, but I'll be sure to show it when we get there. There's a tournament being held at the Coliseum, so this is the second tournament that we can go to. At this point, we probably could kill the first one, but again, we're going to save it at the end. So the reason why I chose to go to down here, to this world, is so that Monstro would pop up here. What I mentioned earlier with my OCD was that he would have been stacked awkwardly in between this thing. Not very clean, so I like it better when Monstro is here, and then you can go to the next world there. Now, there's an easy way to continue. If you go from Agrabah to here, you will still run into Monstro because he wanders that path. Sometimes he's not there, sometimes he is there. If you try to go to Monstro directly, sometimes that doesn't work. Also, you'll notice that it has a slash next to him. That means you completed it, but Monstro isn't really a world, so he doesn't have a keyhole. So you might have noticed that we didn't seal a keyhole in that world because technically he's a whale. He's not a world. So the easiest thing to do would be to go to this world next and then back around over here. Even though I think it's 1, 2, 3, there's 5 stars on this one and there are 6 stars on that world. So this one's technically easier. What I like to do is I like to travel to this world and then quickly travel to this world so that I can warp to the other one as soon as I'm done, which makes it a lot easier. But remember I told you a few episodes back that you can actually skip a world. So what you can do is, as long as you go to one of them, you will gain, I think, the next navigational gummy that will open up the world that's over here, sort of in this general vicinity. And you can skip one of these. So if you go here, you can then go to this one and you can skip that. And vice versa if you want to go the other way. So it's kind of a cool sort of choose your own path kind of thing, like I said. Also, there's an alternate cutscene in Monstro that I've never seen. I'm going to mention it to you guys now in case somebody knows about it. We're getting it a little close to 30 minutes here, but I want to just bring this up. So apparently, there's another alternate cutscene where if you do something later in the game, and I won't say exactly what it is because it's kind of a spoiler, but if something happens later in the game and then you double back to Monstro after something has happened to a particular character at that point, there's an alternate scene with said character. I know I'm being very cryptic and maybe I'll explain it again later on, but if you know what I'm talking about, that if you do something later near the second to last world with a boss fight and then you come back to see Monstro and complete it and get that ending scene, the ending cutscenes are different. So if anyone knows about that, I've seen one video of it, but it was recorded from a camera and it was very crappy quality, so I don't know how real it was. So if anyone knows about it, let me know in the comments or tell your story with it if you know anything about it. So again, I'm going to end it off here. Next time we come back, I think we'll be at this world. We'll be at whatever this world is down here, because I think this is the easier world. Even though technically I like to go this way and then go that way, I think we're going to go here first and then we'll go there. Just see if it makes it easier. If I'm struggling too much, I might have to jump out. There's a very difficult boss coming up, so I might grind a little bit. So we'll see what happens. But again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next part.